Hey, welcome to the special speedrun mod edition of my Portal 2 tutorial update video. Since the release of my tutorials, How has taken the liberty of making an entire new game, essentially. That's just Portal 2 but without all the cutscenes. And even though it is essentially the same game, there are a few new routes, or maybe just different routes that are in speedrun mod. So this video is going to cover them. Some things to note: most of the route changes are incredibly minor, and there's probably a few that I won't be going over because they're just so minor. But a quick thing to cover, just kind of general speedrun mod vibe. In the normal game, dialogue matters a lot, and because of that, in most chambers, your goal is to trigger the dialogue as early as possible, rather than to get to the end as early as possible. However, in speedrun mod, the elevators go as fast as possible, and they do not care about dialogue. So in speedrun mod, your goal is to get into the elevator as fast as possible, regardless of dialogue. So that changes a few things, and it's just something to keep in mind while playing if you want to really optimize your time. That being said, there also are genuinely a few new routes, so I'm going to be going over some of those as well. That being said, the first route is on Incinerator. You'll notice it doesn't start with the traditional cutscene, you're just here. You have control from the start, and you end up there. Whoops. So, actually, right at the beginning of the map, there is a cool route you can do, which I will show it now, where you can basically start here and skip all this section.
The incinerator room. Okay.
Well, that's weird. Let me go in a bit slow motion to demonstrate this route. Also, a quick note: if you want to practice the route, you will have to have developer 1 on, because the route starts from the moment the level starts, and by default you can't move for the first like half second if you type restart level on console. So this is in slow motion. The very first thing you do is just kind of like stray forward a little bit, so you end up at the front wall, and you want to land on the left side of this jutty out bit, the pipe, while holding left on your keyboard. And okay, I messed it up, but if you do it right, and it's not too hard generally. Okay, I just can't do it in slow motion. You also would want to have, ideally, speed going left, however slight when you do that. So just again, at the very beginning, straight forward and then go left. Basically just keep holding left, and you will get here. That's also a bit hard, actually.
The incinerator.
So if you can't do it, it's okay. It's not a huge thing. And also, I guess just for the rest of the incinerator, as I mentioned, the dialogue is not important at all, so you can just go as fast as possible. Don't have to worry about any dialogue skips or anything. Just, you know, just get in there as fast as possible. Alright. The next map that is changed is dual lasers. Again, very slight change.
Don't let that horrible person thing discourage you.
Whoops. So normally, what you would do in dual lasers is you would get up here, and then shoot portals there, there, and there to activate the dialogue. But dialogue doesn't matter. So what you do is you shoot a portal there, or no, you just shoot a portal there and there. And something to note: this portal surface can be a bit weird to hit sometimes if you shoot in the wrong spot, like there. Look at that. What a game. So might want to like double check you actually get that shot before you get it. So shoot there and there, and then go through, and then shoot your orange portal there, back up against this door, hold the door, and then shoot there like normal, and the door will open. That saves like half a second over the normal route. Just another minor thing. Alright, next one, laser relays. this map is... The start's the same, essentially. But this will pop up instantly. And what you want to do, instead of getting the cube or anything, shoot a portal just left of that line on the wall, and then about there, just left of that line on the wall. Or, no, just on that line at the wall. And if you do it right, both of these lines will be on. And then hold against the portal, hold right, and shoot your blue portal there. And the door will open. And let me just demonstrate one thing quickly. You can actually get like a boost up from this portal. Okay, well I missed it, but...
Supply. So you may be confused about the passage of time.
You can get a small boost up.
Yesterday was your birthday.
And that can get you there faster. And that's a few seconds faster than doing the normal route. Alright, escape. This is actually one of the more substantial routes. New routes. And this is also a more advanced route. It's a bit finicky. So I wouldn't recommend everyone do it. Just, you know, maybe look into it. If you're consistent at it, good for you, and you can do it. You can either do this jump around or just go here, it doesn't matter. But one thing that does matter is you will need to put a portal there. So, or actually, yeah, you will, because you'll need to kill that turret if you go around. So what you want to do is go up here, and this door is already open because it's speedrun mod. So just shoot a portal there. And this is the really hard part. There's a corner here that you can back into if you want. And then do this jump onto the lights. It's pretty hard to do, and it's not really like anything else in the game. As you can see, I don't really do this route, but yeah, you can make it up here if you want. And then jump onto this. And then you want to get in this room, but there's a death trigger there. So, there's two ways to do it. The harder way is to do a weird jump through all this stuff and land there. The easier but slower way is to go up here and crouch in. Wait, I did that wrong. Is to go up here, crouch in, and strafe. Alright, and you have to go through the portal on the wall, because if you go through the portal on the floor, you'll die. So just go like that, and you load the next level. That is a... I would consider that a pretty advanced route. If you fail it like twice, it starts to lose time, so... Again, if you're consistent at it somehow, good for you. Alright, the next thing to mention is turret sabotage. BTS 4? Yeah. Right, so turret sabotage. The route is essentially the same. Sort of. You can just do the turretless shot, pancake skip, whatever it's called. And that's all fine and well. But because all the cutscenes are sped up, actually just doing like the normal default route is about as fast. And especially if you're not fast at the pancake shot for turretless, just grabbing a turret on your way here might be worth it. And also something to note, all the turrets in speedrun mod are defective, so you'll never have to wait for a turret. So, if you go here, do the portal bump, take the turret out, put this one in, the door's open, and you can just go. So if you're slow at doing the shot through the door, that is worth doing. And even if you're not slow at doing the shot through the door, it's a very comparable time. Alright, potatoes. This is another pretty minor route change. But I'll just go through it. Also, all these doors are open, so you don't have to shoot them, but... Whoops. I made that. Alright, so you still do that shot up there, and you can still shoot this portal if you can. But instead of doing this strafe along here so that you land up on top of the sign, what you actually do is you just go through the portal, and you just fall through straight because the door's open, and that's faster. Oh, also, yeah, there is one quick thing to mention. In Turret Factory, I was talking about it earlier. You don't need to do the thing where you like jump on the rail and go over, because there's no cutscene, so you can just go straight here. There's no wall, and you can just go on through. I actually made that mistake when doing speedrun mod runs when the game first came out, so yeah, don't do that. Let's see. Alright, 3 gels. This map is fairly different in speedrun mod, so I will just go through the route. Essentially, the first part's exactly the same. Or you can do whatever variation of this you want. And you get stuck. Bounce up. Shoot a portal there. But you want to land down here instead of in the other spot. And then you'll notice these pipes are already coming down. The door's already open. So you just want to do a portal stand here, and then land on these pipes and do tube bounce. You can make a save here for tube bounce. And you can also AD spam in midair to go hit the tube faster, but it's a bit risky as you can fall off. And that's the route. Alright, also there's one quick thing that I will mention about test. Normally you have to do the cube throw at the beginning and stuff, whatever. But there's actually no need to do the... okay, normally there's a bunch of cubes here, but I skipped a trigger somewhere.
For God's sake, your boxes
there we go.
With legs.
So you can do the cube throw, and it actually is fastest to do it. But if you miss it or something, it's no big deal. You can just put the cube on the button and go through. And the rest of the chamber is exactly the same. It's just without waiting. Ceiling button. Oh, do I have... I do. Whoops. Never mind, I don't. So, the route for this is the same. I just have to do this because I need fly. Whoops. Route and ceiling buttons a tiny bit different. And also here, like another thing, normally you do a dialogue optimization here, but there's no need to because it's speedrun mod. Alright, and ceiling button is almost exactly the same, although there is... What? There's one slight modification, which I will show now. Is that instead of putting this cube on the button, you drop it here so that it can bring you down to the floor so you can move faster. Because having the cube hit the button early means nothing. Alright. And in the next map, there is actually a substantial route change, which I will show.
I thought of some good news.
So instead of like shooting here, just shoot there, on the platform, go through, shoot there. This shot can be a bit finicky to get sometimes, like if you shoot there, just shoot there. Go through here, crouch so you don't like land on this and you can just keep flying. Hit the button, strafe around to grab this cube. You'll actually want to do this in midair. If you do that, the cube is further away from you, and it'll make the cube throw easier. So just stand up when you're in midair, and then you'll be able to walk through this portal easy. What? Okay. Don't do that. Then just go through here and do the cube throw. If you can't do the cube throw, you know, just... Whoops. If you can't do the cube throw, just put the funnel there, and it'll make it easier. And there we go. And the rest of the routes, or the rest of the maps, are the same up until Repulsion Polarity, or no, up until Prop Catch. There's actually a very cool new route here, which you will need to turn portal funneling off to do. So if you don't have a bind to do that, you might want to do that. Unless you just do the normal route.
You're alive!
But if you want to do this route, you start by shooting a portal there. Make sure it doesn't hit the portal magnet. You have to shoot it in the corner of the surface. And then shoot a blue portal here and hold left, so you land on this ledge. Go to this corner, and look here. You want to shoot the blue portal there. You want to shoot it so that it's clipping the black panel. If you shoot it like there, that might not work. Just try to shoot it in the bottom right corner of that black panel. And then, remember, with portal funneling off, you want to start wall strafing, and then do 2 speed wall strafes. And then just keep speed wall strafing into there. And that actually just barely made it. But something to note, when you shoot the portal, you want to shoot it angled a bit left, because that'll give you a better angle. Let me do it in a bit slow motion. And no need to do any strafing here if you do it good enough. And then you land here. And on to the next chamber. Okay. Oh, wait, I did forget something. Okay. Ah, heck. Okay, I did forget a route earlier. I'll have to do this map to get crouch fly, but this map is exactly the same, so just ignore me for now. So, as like normal, you want to preserve crouch fly into the next map. And the actual map part of this map, the puzzle part, is exactly the same. Just do it like normal. You can hit that button twice if you want. So, oh, and also something quick to note. If you like do this and like you do it bad and it doesn't work, you can try just like reshooting that portal a bunch of times while holding the door until it works. That's something, because I know that doesn't work a lot of the times. So, once you're here, this portal, this funnel is going very fast. And also, you will actually need dialogue for here because there's a dialogue queue. So essentially, once you get in the funnel, what you're gonna do is look so that the second number on your angle is -30. And then when Wheatley says left, you want to just hold W to get out of the funnel. You might want to play around with the timing a bit if you have different audio latency than me. And then once you get out of the funnel, you'll land about here. And you want to redirect your speed left. Well, I guess I'll just show it. So get in the funnel. Look at 30.
To your left, you'll see some lights of some kind. Don't know what they...
So that's what it's going to look like. And if you do it right, your screen will start to fade out, but then it will immediately fade back in. And then so you just land in here. And if you do it a bit wrong, like if you wait too long here. Oh. Well, if you do it wrong, then your screen might not fade back in. And if that's the case, there is another thing you can do. This is the old route. You can just go forward like here, hold no keys while in the air, and then once your movement stops, just hold shift and back, and you'll fall in. Whoops. You'll fall in there. That's the old route. So let me actually do this a bit slower. Scale 0.5. So fade back in right about... Okay, the fade in failed. So, now that I have 0 velocity, just hold back and shift.
Might as well, give you the tour. To your left, you'll see some lights of some kind. Don't know what they do, but very...
That's what it ideally looks like. And then you just do here.
Great.
Do the other right if you want.
Getting...
All good. All right. TB. No, it's... There it is. Okay, so now we're going to go over Chapter 9, which is basically entirely different. So, first room is normal. Just get fly like normal. Go to the end here. But something to note here is that you actually have to lose fly before you get in the elevator. So fully crouch to lose fly and then get in this elevator. Actually, let me do something.
Oh, that's tiring.
If you go fast enough, you can like lose fly in midair. Oh yeah, also something to note. Don't save load because you'll then have permanent fly and you don't want that. Alright, so fast, ideally, it would look like this.
Big surprise.
I hit the door, but it's not too important. Just get in the elevator without fly. Okay, also, actually, I should probably bring up something else. You can get crouch.
Surprise.
Like, you can just get a regular crouch fly if you shoot this portal. Shoot a blue portal there. And just crouch. That is actually an objectively better thing to do. Just getting a regular crouch fly instead of a standing crouch fly. And then you can uncrouch there. But
I thank you for your cash.
thank you for the sub. Alright, Chapter 9. This chapter... Finale 1 and 2 are different. Finale 3 is almost the same.
I'll bet you're both.
So, for the beginning, just bunny hop through and hit the faith plate as soon as possible. Because we're sitting through this whole cutscene. Because it's like 2 seconds. Because the funnel goes really fast. Alright. And once we hit that panel, we're going to have to shoot 2 shots. Shoot a shot there and there. As quickly as you can. Ideally, the gel will be there before you get there, but if it's not a huge deal. So just go through. Get here. And there's a few things you can do. You can do this jump over the railings. Shoot portals there and there to go here. Or you can just go around the whole way. But the jump is faster and not that hard, so I'd recommend doing that. And make sure you have portal funneling on. Because you might have turned it off a few maps earlier. There's a portal over there, and then there's that. Alright, Finale 2. Shoot a portal there and there. Unless you're really fast, this should be here in time for you to go through. So just go through that door. Go here. This is like the only significantly new route. So go here. Jump on like these things if you can. And just go past these turrets. You can kill these turrets if you want. I think if you're too slow, they might kill you later on, but... Shoot a portal there. Like, not there. Make sure it's there. And not falling in the portal magnet. And a portal there. So that the funnel isn't going through. And, like, crouch into this so that you're at 0 speed crouched. Get rid of the orange portal so that it's not... So that you're not in it anymore. Shoot it about there. Or there might work too, but I shoot it there. and then stand up after waiting a few seconds to get crouch fly. And then shoot the blue portal and just immediately go down. And this is the part that you'll have to do fast if the turrets are still alive. But go out here with fly, shoot the orange portal, and then immediately look like about there and just hold W. And make sure to land in this catwalk and not like on the railings. Once you're here, you'll want to jump to hit your head on this part of the ceiling and just do the strafe. Okay, quick thing to note, there's a few ways to do this route. I'll just go over the easier way first. You can just keep going all the way here, bonk your head down there, land on here, go here, jump to hit your head on there, bonk down there, and go there. That's about 2 to 3 seconds slower than normal. Oh god. But the faster way to do it would be to do it kind of like the normal way, except it's a bit harder because of a little quirk. You can't actually crouch, and if you do crouch, you'll either lose fly or you'll either be cheating. Because you got fly earlier in this map, if you crouch, normally you'll just lose crouch fly. But if you say like loaded a save because you died to the turrets, then you won't lose fly. But what you will be doing is save load abuse, which is not allowed in the current category. So watch out for that. Maybe sometime in the distant future that'll be changed, but for now watch out. Basically, moral of that story is just don't crouch when doing this, because it would make it easier. And if you want to do this, you could also just, do this. Make all the turrets see you. Or most of them anyway. And then go when they're falling to sleep. That makes this a lot easier. And just go here. Finale 3 is mostly exactly the same. Except for one difference at the end, which I will go over. Whoops. So, instead of flying along parallel to the funnel, you actually just want to get in the funnel, because it's fast. And then look like there to get out of the funnel. That's the fastest way. But you could die if you don't do it carefully, so watch out. And then Finale 4 is essentially the same. The only thing I have to say about that is bomb preserves do not save quite as much time as they do normally. But that's about it. It's the same. I guess I'll just go through it for fun. Show you what it looks like. You also have to be a lot faster. You can't like dawdle, because everything happens really fast. You can learn to do that throw.
Core corruption at 50%.
Okay, that's what double bomb preserve looks like, but I don't know if you'd want to do that in speedrun mod necessarily.
Warning. Core corruption at 75%.
Okay, here. There is actually something. If you do the normal fling method, you'll be super slow. So what you want to do is shoot a portal up there, and then as soon as GLaDOS starts talking, shoot a portal under you. And I'm actually going to do this bit in a bit slow motion. Shoot a portal there, and right under you, and right there.
The automobile brakes.
And then there's that. And then get over to the stalemate room quickly, because you'll have to do this shot pretty quickly.
Stalemate resolution associated. Please press the stalemate resolution
And then
button.
just do moonshot, or miss it, whichever you prefer. And that's it. I'm pretty sure that is most of the routes in Speedrun mod. There are a few other perhaps small things, but that all goes under the thing I said at the beginning of this video, where dialogue generally does not matter. You just want to get in the elevator as soon as possible. So if there's something you're doing to get better dialogue, don't do it in Speedrun mod, because it's a waste of time. Alright, I believe, unless anybody in chat can tell me, that covers everything for Speedrun mod. So that'll be the end of the video, and good luck running.